Okay, this time it launched. Wait, why did it work? Why did it suddenly work? Okay. Wow. Hi,
It's
Sidri.
hot.
Thank you for 8 months. Thank you. Is this it? No? There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Audio. Down. Closed captioning. Full captions. Back. Mouse sense. Low. Disabled. Video. Okay. Okay. Ah! Yes, sir. I love these simple controls. I'm just a little guy, that's all I
Hi
can
there.
do.
Thank you
Hi.
very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
You're welcome.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with
This
some
is so
personal
cute.
stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
No!
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
You're kidding me?
But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator.
Oh, I see.
It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this?
Oh, it's orange.
This is what I like about all
It's
of
like
Coda's
the orange
games.
blocks from the Stanley Parable.
Not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
I really like this so far. I really like this so far.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay. We're gonna
it's 2008,
learn about people.
Coda starts making these games,
Look
and
at these
he never
textures.
releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
That's probably a lot of
he
you
really
guys with your
this image of
projects.
himself as a recluse. At one point, he
That's probably a lot of you guys too.
His recycling bin to important games folder.
Aww.
So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made.
That's amazing.
Until
though.
suddenly
That's the
one
opposite
day,
of
he
someone
just
like me.
stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting.
This is a YouTube video essay in the form of a
to
game.
maybe encourage him to start creating again.
Aw, that's sweet.
And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com.
Does not give a shit about gaming convention.
Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game.
I didn't even explore that proper.
As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed.
Okay.
This first one was made in November 2008.
Sounds good. Okay. Sorry, I need to turn the better. Oh! Oh shit. Self-destruct imminent.
This game
Evacuate
is called
immediately.
Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Oh. Rah. Rah. Halo? We had Counter-Strike and now it's Halo? Oh. Okay, I have to go this way. I'm surprised that the direction of this game. Oh?
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form.
Uh-oh. Alien life forms!
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
Oh.
For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere.
Open up.
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But
Oh,
ultimately,
really?
we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized.
Oh, over here.
Shield evacuation.
It genuinely just... I don't know. I feel like the
I
first
love how
map
you
was
can
much
see the
more
bottom of the
interesting.
universe from this room.
Oh my god! Wait, that's so funny. Oh, the bottom of the... You didn't even have to do that. Is this open? No, okay. I keep searching for Easter eggs when there are none. Interesting. Okay. Hi, Rangers. Welcome in. Oh?
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it.
What the fuck?
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Really? Oh. I got manhandled. Holy
Okay,
moly.
this is the part that's interesting.
Okay, okay.
The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Whisper. Oh. That's it.
You there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
Okay.
If your body could stop the beam.
Oh, we
It's so much to ask,
sacrifice
but for all of
ourselves.
our lives. Would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
What? No? Oh. We're going to heaven. Bye-bye.
The beam causes you to start floating.
Bye-bye.
And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of
that's
this
a labyrinth.
larger chaotic
That's where
system.
we came from.
Or this
It's the
floating
whole
could be
map.
the
It's the
afterlife,
whole
a
game.
peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Interesting. Bye-bye. Chicken feet? Chicken feet.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
The past was behind. This is so fucking artsy. Matt, you guys, I can't play this fucking game. Not the talk to the oh my god. Okay. Alright. Alright.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and
Oh.
narrative. It is less advanced than the
House was
previous game,
behind
but
her,
actually
but the
it seems
future
to be
cannot be
more
seen.
focused, more complete.
Very interesting.
Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Why does the future keep changing? Oh, it was just one way before. We had to get to the end for this to generate. Oh. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything
That's
more
it.
than that.
Interesting.
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
This is so funny. Oh. You are now entering the little flashlight out. What am I entering?
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Did he cook?
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, some people are different. Very interesting. Okay. What are the noises? Oh,
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
do I keep
So
going?
why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. Thank you. What is here? Oh? What? Oh, this is so cool. This reminds me of Arctic eggs.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little
This
ideas
is his
for
brain! Sharks are trying to eat
Coda
you
would often tell me that he
simultaneously. You're
didn't
trying
mind
to
if
eat the
people thought of
sharks.
him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
A button you press to stop the chaos that doesn't work. You are a gate. What an idea. Fishing? Fishing? So down. Yes. Yes, sir. I am so ready. Rah.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
What? Huh? Oh, I can't go back. Okay. Oh, I got it!
Don't forget that
Yes!
solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Cool.
We're gonna see it a
I
lot.
did it. Pull the lever, run inside. Yes, sir. Okay, we're gonna see it a lot. Coda definitely seems
So that
like
seems
he had
to be it, right?
ADHD.
You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
How
god.
about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same. Is that most of the time, you don't get to know what you're missing.
Hi,
or even
I love
that you're
MILFs.
missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Simply observe. We're back here again. But the timestamp is different. You are now exiting.
Aha. So
Wow.
this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected.
It is
in between
literally
this and
all
the
one
entering
game.
There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
See, March 2009. Great and lovely descent. Oh? House.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Oh.
So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Oh. The fool.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Streetwise fool.
Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Interesting. What?
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative
Wait,
work they're
nothing
going
else
to end
up
up
here?
making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's
Oh, there's
games
something
to
up here.
notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy
No, it
corridors.
doesn't open. Okay, let's go down the corridor, I guess. Holy moly! What's going on? Can I die? Oh. 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 Oh my god. It was designed to do this. It keeps going. This is a liminal space. I love this shit. Hi. Wow. What is this? It's like the pens they keep cows in. What? Oh, we're locked in now. Uh-oh. I guess we're running to the end. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Oh? Okay, that's not what I expected. We're in a jail. Okay.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour
Oh, that's
before
so
letting
funny.
you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Oh.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it
That's
playable and
how
accessible?
I see it as
And
well.
so we just got into heated arguments
I think
over
both
it. And
are
there was one
valid,
time
though.
that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file
Hi, Ravi.
entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else.
Coda is so petty. They had an argument, and he put in the effort to create hundreds of zips with the same shit just to prove a point.
Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag.
This poor bastard! He played every single one! he's like so platonically in love with his friend. He's like, Coda's a fucking genius. He would absolutely have inserted an Easter egg in there somewhere within the hundreds of files. I'm gonna look at every single one.
There wasn't.
There wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna turn the audio down a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. What's this? Nothing this way? No. Nothing that way either. We can only go downstairs. I think there are definitely games made more so for the player's entertainment, and I think games like this are also very much valid as a form of interactive art where accessibility and the appeal to the player are not the point. I think games are an art form. I think they just make different they make games with different
It's the puzzle
intents.
again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Okay.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over
He's
and over.
literally writing
But
an
I
essay
promise
on his
I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Okay, let's keep going. These are very interesting personalities. Let's see. Listen. Speak or listen. You there, did you come from
Here,
up above?
Coda begins
What was
using
up
a kind
there?
of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's
Oh.
chat capabilities.
Yes,
Use the 1, 2,
there
3
was
buttons on your keyboard to
a
respond.
world stamped with whiteness. There was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. There were all three, technically, but we can only pick one. And if so, what narrative do we want to provide? Because it seems like I think the game is asking about whether we would want to empathize with these people or not, because they're very excited about the fact that we are from above and they have never been. They want to know what it's like. Do we make them envious, or do we make them appreciate what they have? A world stamped with whiteness, like an East Coast breakfast restaurant? What the fuck? Where are you making East Coasters catch all these strays? Don't go to a Waffle House 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Anyway, I think I would. I think I would give them the answer that resonates with me the most. I think I would tell them, I wouldn't lie, and I think I would want to tell them, look up. I'm looking up. What is it? Teleporte? Waffle House hits. I'm from the West Coast, we don't have them here. Hi, Zero. Welcome and thank you very much. What's the looking up so white? It's this game. There could be anything up there. Of course I would look. Stop laughing at me. I would tell them about the house and the white because that stood out to me the most. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes! I did. That was literally the last... Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie about it. Perfect. Please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side, of course. Someone else let me in. Wait, these are all lies. What? I solved it. I remember how I solved it. I can't tell you though. Okay, I'll just go with number 1. Think harder, please. Try to remember. It is so important that we get out of here. We must escape. Can you think harder? There must be something more. What? What? What is this? Wait. I'm sorry. Oh? Oh my god. How did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? What? Yeah. No, we actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Okay. Weird feeling, I guess. Don't think too. Okay. You'll see it again soon. What? Bye-bye. Where am I going to? Where am I being
one
taken?
last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Oh. Ooh. Oh wow. These are the nicest graphics we've seen so far.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
Interesting.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed.
I'm excited. I feel like
And
I'm experiencing
that
someone's
idea will get
life.
clearer and clearer and clearer.
Exciting. Okay. This is really fascinating to me. This game is connected to the internet. Ooh! Ooh! All notes you see are left by other players. Really? Is this bullshit? Oh. Can I read? How do I interact? Nice room, not... Why are they so mean? I wanna
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet.
Oh.
All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by...
I am the most gullible person I know. I am the most easy to fool. Gaslit. I fell for it because I had such trouble launching this game. I assumed it had something to do with something complicated like this. Man.
This
How
was
do you
actually
beat
the
this
first
game?
of
Cat.
his that I ever played.
You're the
This
developer.
was shortly after I met
No
him
point to
at
this.
a weekend
Why is
game
he?
jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him
California!
working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away,
Why
I was
is he
like,
leaving
I have
himself
to be
hate
friends
comments?
with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
He's needy.
I was over enthusiastic.
You
But
should
he was
get
very
married.
gracious about it, and
Whoa,
very
holy
patient with
shit.
me. And I cooled off a bit.
Can you guys hear me? He's so dumb. Oh, it keeps going. Hello? Reasonable?
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Everyone read this.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness.
Yeah, right?
I see this person.
I didn't want to say it. I thought the exact same thing. This is a guy who's like simulating a chat room with all the people who would be trying to like interact with him like a chat. And he's being all of them. I wanted to say that so bad. This place makes me sad. He's sad.
And beliefs, and has no way to express them.
No one
except
to
as
express them
scattered and
to.
unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I'm king of the world. Yes, you
But
are.
it's ironic, isn't it, that in playing this game and seeing how
Balls.
alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me.
Interesting.
That I could just play someone's game and
Right?
see the voices in their head.
You get to
and
know
get
this
to know them
person
better
very
and have
much.
to do less of the messy in-person
this
socializing.
This whole
I could
game
just get to know you
is
through your
a
work.
pre-2015
I think this is why
YouTube
I always
comment
liked Coda
section.
games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt
People
as though he was
parasocial.
inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Is this the appeal of streamers? This is fascinating. Do not be afraid, do care. It's probably him talking to himself. Do you feel like a hero yet? Do you? Do you, chat? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again. If nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go now to do that. He was so mentally ill. He is so unwell. Kodo was so... Oh. Wow. Coffee, thank you for subbing. Thank you very, very much. Fascinating. Cool cavern, bro. We're running out of space. Soon we will suffocate. He is not okay. Why, John? Why? 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 I'd rather be doing literally anything rather than playing this. Boring. An acorn. It literally feels like a Twitch shot. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Oh. I refuse to believe. What? 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 That's what I wish I had. I need to go pee. It's literally me. Recognize me. Okay. Nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. I'll meet the person who made those. Makes game. Includes store. Cannot open door. Thanks. I can name like at least 3 of you in chat who talk exactly like that. Open sesame. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. New room. Chimes. I would like very much to be desired. Hi, Scurvy. Welcome in. Wow. It's everyone. It's everyone. He's just saying what we're all thinking. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. It's literally me on the internet. Literally me. Genuinely me. A game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. I am compelled. Take my hand, let's jump together. Cabbage shapes our nation. This was written by that Chinese man with the cabbage cart in Avatar: The Last Airbender. My cabbages. I like this one. It does not matter if you ever get over there. Next time I will do better. I need someone to talk to. You know what? Half of these really read like him trying to imitate like a comment section full of children. Like very stereotypical messages, a little bit outrageous, a little bit like haha pee pee poo poo butt ass butt, you know? And the other half are like him being depressed. I'm not safe, Jesus Christ. 50% funny, yeah. Ethical. Stop faking it. He's definitely talking to himself. Hi, Nope. Welcome in. We are reading the thoughts of the game developer that made this game. It's fascinating. I think it's about how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. Just like how people like pictures of themselves when the quality is dialed down over when the quality is extremely pristine, like airbrushing, like taking a selfie at 720p instead of 1080p. It is just dots. Hi, Celestia. Hello. We will all die someday. Interesting. This game is pretentious and you all suck. He's talking to himself. Stop pretending you are other people. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Maybe I'll feel real someday. I'm gonna say this now. If we learn that anything happened to this person at the end of this game, I will bawl. Better not. There must be a but he better be okay. His terrible secret, he kept it well. Yeah, right? Guess who? Yeah. He's not. He's making my vibe check go a certain way right now that I can't. I don't think he's okay. Yippee!
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door.
Cut it up and spread it between worlds. That's them with video games.
Before moving on to the next one.
Okay, so Renji was right about the door puzzle. It's about having to let go of your baggage and your past before being able to move on. Modern DLC practices. Become one with the spiraling nonsense. Keep digging.
Games, after
this is how I feel. This is how I feel about life.
Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows
Me whenever I find
solution.
myself in a funk.
He understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
You close your eyes and wish for it really bad. Almost. Okay. I've been here for developer answers, please?
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
What is that? Okay. What's that sound? Typewriters? Oh, is it everyone leaving notes? Is he simulating? Oh, it's a light post. It's the end. Wow, are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, speak. Oh my god. Bob! What?
This one is tough. It's gonna kinda just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Porn stars die too. What? What? Huh? Okay. Oh, damn. Alright. This is a very interesting visual, too. I really like this game so far. What is that? We're barred in, but out there is a hole. Okay. This is really nice. Never mind. Oh, okay, it keeps going. Okay. Alright. What's out here?
See, like,
Oh,
this
it's
is
gone.
the whole game. And
Oh,
there's
no,
nothing
we're
that's
at the bo-
particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Oh, well, there goes the furniture. What furniture ought to go in the center of a room? Not a refrigerator, not a TV. Put a giant hole in the ground. Hole. Okay. What about along the wall of the room? 10 stoves. Light? Live Tesla coils. Okay. And a table. You need a table. I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. I feel ignored. Oh? Oh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just
Oh my
weird
God.
for weirdness' sake.
It's the painting.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Oh? Please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape. Click on this table. Oh! Photo frame, click it to turn. Floor lamp. Turn it off and on. Left side sofa, move it a little. Touch the shelves. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken. So there is no escape for us because it's a video game. Oh? Right. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Oh my god!
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working
Is he okay?
But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just
he's really...
And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going.
But he hits on
and
something?
Hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
What? Hi, Lil Mix. Hello, welcome inside. I think people like this are really, really cool. You know, I'm someone who feels compelled and was also kind of raised to feel like all of my ideas have to be purposeful. And if an idea doesn't have a purpose, there's no point putting time and effort into it. And people like this are the exact opposite. They have so many ideas. They're overwhelmed with ideas, really, and they can only put so much time and effort into each one when they're dysregulated because they have too many. They have too many things they want to try. They have too many things they want to learn. And I think I find it really, really, really fascinating and really endearing to see people like this because I was not allowed to be like this, basically. I am the complete opposite. It's so cool. What number am I dialing up? Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me! Oh, it's the same. I'm me. I'm you after you escape from prison. You're me? So you're trapped too?
It's a conversation.
Oh.
And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself.
I was in all of these.
You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Interesting. That's where I am right now. Oh, I'm so glad to know I get out of that eventually. What's it like to escape? Oh, shit.
You should take a Big 5 personality test sometime. Creativity is one of the personality dimensions we can actually measure now.
I fucking love personality. You know what? The Big 5 is the only one I think that I haven't really done before. I think I've done just about everything else. Big 5 is cool, right? I don't... what's the best, like, website to take it on? I'm not sure. Do one right now, maybe after this. It's the only one that's mathematically real. Really? Why? Why is it more legitimate? I know it's like the big 5 attributes, basically. Thank you, Rexy. Good night, Phosphorite. Take care. It's okay. It's the work week or the school week, depending on whether you're an old man Or not? What's it like to escape? It's strange, but in a way, I kind of miss being in the present. Oh, gee. Thank you, Roxy. Okay, was there anything about it that you felt good about? Being restricted provides you with a sense of structure. It's a sense of security, in a way. It's a guarantee that everything that comes in the future will be the same, and you are in control of very little of it. That's how I feel about being forced to, like, kind of submit to a system, submit to things that I wouldn't necessarily do if I wasn't a part of a system. Yippee!
Because you can factor the big 5 out statistically from other things we know exist, is the short explanation.
Oh.
Understand myself is a good one, Google it.
I will. Thank you. Understand myself. Okay. Thank you. True. Maybe I only have things once I only like things once I don't have them anymore. It was comfortable. I knew the limits. I knew my place. Exactly. Is that good though? No, it's not. It isn't human. A4, thank you very much for subbing. Thank you very, very much. I couldn't live this way. You don't need to. You just have to be patient. You can have your own standard, of course. I think I'm the first person to call back. Is this a liminal horror game? It's like a liminal psychological game so far, Rebel. What do I have to do to escape? Unless diving into a lonely game developer's psychology is where it kind of is. It kind of feels that way. How do you feel right now? I'm curious. What? That will free me? How does that work? It'll make sense. I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Holy shit. Go on. Wow.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Okay. Good night, Buttery. Take care. Wow. You're fine, Slow. This is not a horror game. It's completely psychological.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
This is cute. Spelled squid ink. Hi. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. That I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself. And right miserable that would have been.
You'll notice that
everyone knows
the
lonesome hands make lousy homes.
Including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on.
How is this a new and improved chat system? It's exactly the same.
Polish of his work. And this particular game took 2 months to create.
2 months? Okay. Okay, Hey! Midnight? Are we playing a cleaning simulator again? All of a sudden? Okay. Don't worry about me, please, listeners. I'll be glad to stay here all night. Well, now, you just might be getting a little ahead of yourself there, no? Why don't we start cleaning, and then you decide whether you could do it all night. Hey! Fighter. I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Of course. Oh? No. No. Bathroom. Bedroom. Right. Would you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. Do you enjoy this? Well, I need it. When I'm working, I feel a kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems. Wow! Oh my god. Me! Literally me! Isn't this so relatable? Okay, arrange pillows. Spilled a drink over by the couch. Let's clean it. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. Are you okay with that? Hi, Northwood. Welcome in. Make it especially cheesy. Uh-oh. No, it was stupid, sorry. Never mind. No! Who discouraged you when you were growing up? You deserve better! No! You can yap to me! I won't judge! How many of you is this? Or you've been bullied or discouraged into not talking? Let's watch the dishes. Okay. The tub needed a cleaning. No need to be perfect, we're all just human. Oh, books? Sure. Put them back on the shelf. Oh! Instant validation. Now, how about you clear these? Wait, what?
It's been 8 months.
Like cleansing. It's the
Hi,
moment after a
Juski.
particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you,
Interesting.
and eventually cohere into
It
something
repeats.
meaningful.
Thank you for 8 months. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I feel like this year has gone by especially fast. I feel like in college, like when you're in school, time feels like it goes by so slow, but like being out of college for the first year, it's just gone. Do these chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have to absolutely own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we Be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you.
Actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Oh, I know. I wanted to say oh no too. Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one. Do you mind? Oh, the tub. Again? Okay. Earlier, when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was gonna say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it, and it takes care of you. That's actually crazy. Because, you know what? Does it feel like you're reading twice the amount of Twitch chat? A little bit. I also feel like I'm reading myself. Whenever I clean my room and I have to be conscientious about the layout of my furniture, the layout of my equipment, how I choose to store things, and the like, you know? Whenever I clean and like make note of furniture, I realize that I do not decorate. I don't do anything related to like that, what's that term, nesting? Like actually making a space your own. And I wish I could do that so bad. Hi Oni boy, welcome in. Thank you very much. Correct term, thank you Trisket. It was actually kind of funny because last week I got a random video on my YouTube recommended of a VTuber doing their like room reveal, and it was like an edited vlog. I watched through it and I felt really sad because they were more or less in the same scenario as me, all things considered. They have the space, they are still living with their parents, and they have like shelves that they display full of like things they love, things that they've like accumulated over the years, and a lot of little knickknacks, all very neat and tidy. Even their shoes and clothes are like stored and displayed in a way that just like resembles them really, like loving their belongings, loving their identity, making things pleasing to the eye because it makes them happy. It made me sad because I've never ever been like that in my life, ever. I had a phase, I had a phase before early, like mid high school, where I was just messy in the way that like I think kids are. Still, I didn't really furnish, I didn't really have a say, didn't really want to have a say. And then once I realized the value in at least like tidying and not keeping things around, like not like having huge like messes on my computer desk, for example, I started throwing everything away. I fell into like sorry, I fell into like a very, very deep sense of minimalism. On my bedroom table, and my bedroom was very, very empty. It was my bed, it was my desk, my wooden chair from IKEA. It was my laptop, my lamp beside the laptop for when I would have to do like physical studies, like grading, and it was my water bottle and my little pen holder to the left. That's all that there was. That was my whole bedroom for like 3 years. And I never decorated, I never put a poster up on the wall. And you know, some people, I will say some people definitely are minimalists and they love being minimalists. That's like very peculiar, you know? That's totally valid. Hey! Pew, 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 pew. Usami. Pew, 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 pew. But I'm not actually like that. I know I'm not actually like that. I would love to be the kind of person who like when guests walk in, they would react like, wow, this person knows how to decorate, how to make their home feel loved. And I don't know how to do that at all. Like you know, all my stuffed animals that I've accumulated over the past year, I tried like so desperately to display them in a way that makes me feel more homey. That's like the point. I'm trying to like, I've never been that girl. I wanna be that girl. I'm gonna start trying, and I feel like a fake. I feel like I'm pretending. Although I love them so much. They do like bring me joy when I look at them. But yeah, it's like okay. There's a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway. So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the books? Aww. He's stonewalling. He built himself up toward a moment of vulnerability, expressed it, and now he feels way too vulnerable, so he's clamming up. Oh, yippee!
Keep cleaning, no talking.
Shut up!
I'm
Oh,
glad
good
he
no.
did this. I'm glad he found some peace.
His pillow's over on the couch. Okay. He is not okay.
But,
Question.
of course, it
Do you
can't
enjoy
last.
this? What?
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well.
Oh, shit.
Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Oh my god. Oh, the walls are gone. That's a very good metaphor too. Allowing yourself to spiral. It's no fun. Yay! Lamppost!
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Okay.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Members only, Priceless. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No! You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am right now. Who do you think about in that way in your own life? Who do you know so well? Yippee! Oh,
Yippee, time to join a cult.
thank you, Sami. Uh-oh, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp.
About halfway through the game,
Uh-oh.
the perspective shifts.
It's so easy. It's so easy. What? There's people screaming. Being perfect is
And you play
effortless.
as the teacher.
Wow.
And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Cool. On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing to society. Oh my god, okay, so number 1 is another MPD answer. Number 2 is I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. And number 3 is being alone must be awful. Jesus. Number 1, thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Number 2, drinking is not hurting my life. Number 3, if you are torturing yourself, trying to find the right solutions for your life, you are not doing it right. Fuck! That's me! Oh! Oh. 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 Oh, it's so over. Number 1, do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Just straight gaslighting. 2, seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, most simple path forward? Number 3, ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. Okay. Number 1, ha ha ha, just kidding. Number 2, anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? Number 3, there is no truth. There is no path. I need that to be me. Okay, number 2, do what is easiest. Do what is most simple. Feel what is true. Nothing, no one. Or 2, it's coming for you. It's going to destroy you. Everyone, run! Run!
I fell pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Interesting.
This
Oh,
one
it's
took
this
a lot
again.
longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Let's see. Ba 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 ba. Oh. Nothing. Okay. Hello? Oh! Oh, places, please? Okay. Okay. Unless you know, be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. You'll start out leaning against this wall. Good. Stay. A woman across the room is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream also to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain, to succeed. Say something to her. 1, hello. 2, sorry, I have to leave. Number 3, where's the bathroom? Hello? Hello, that's it? It's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. What? One, I'm super scared right now. 2, I like you. 3, here are all of my hopes and dreams. Meets pretty woman immediately starts oversharing. Oh. Okay. You're all my hopes and dreams. No? I'm missing the tone. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. Happy. Wise, happy, focused, successful. Okay, some props. Cones that bounce when you touch them. Talk to her again. Okay. Okay, so we're in a crowd of people. Okay. You must have worked really hard to get to where you are. Number 2 and 3 are weird. They're like, I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain, and what are the sacrifices you've had to make? Let me messing it up again! This is him talking to himself. Okay, you'll figure out if the conversation gets that personal. They're all personal. I want to try something. Yeah. No! Step back from the stage. It's a lamppost. Does it want me to keep going? What? Is this a metaphor for him locking away the side of himself that wants to be intimate and personal with other people and or a companion? Locking that part away in favor of behaving in a way that's more socially accepted, that doesn't leave him as vulnerable. I guess we keep going. Oh. Okay, yes. Now this is working.
What's going to happen next in Coda's life?
Uh-oh.
The solution, social anxiety, fears of having to
Perfect,
perform,
wonderful. This is
success.
really when he's locking it
The
away.
answer for Coda is to withdraw, to
Oh, it's
hide
all of
himself away.
him.
Which is
It's
what leads to
not just
scenarios
part of
like
his-
the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to
Oh
anyone
my
other than
god,
himself.
stupid car
And to
outside.
be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea
I don't
of
think he's trying to
disconnecting
justify
yourself
it.
from the world.
It doesn't
And
come
wasn't
off
what
that
I
way at
wanted
all.
for him or for his game.
He's coping.
Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect.
Uh-huh.
To connect with this person. to bring him closer.
Oh no, it's getting worse.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because all of his games are about self-expression, or about looking into himself in some way. So, this is no different. He would probably start doing it less. Yeah, I thought it was like him closing away his id, but no, it's all of himself. I have to keep my eyes closed? What? Wait, what? What? Okay. Is the game playing? I wish the narrator would say something. My eyes are closed, but I don't understand. What? I'm just moving my... Is there anything happening? What? What? Oh. Open your... Okay.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Oh, shit. What's going on? Hi, A4. Bruh, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you. Am I gonna be killed by a giant door? Yes. Hi, IQ. Help, I can't see anything. Help, I'm blind. Why did I go blind? I can't see. Oh, there's a door. Okay. The truth is to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. That's it, that's the truth! Yes! I got it! Hi, Joy Boy. Welcome in. Yippee!
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this
Harder,
explicit in his
you're
work
so
about
funny.
exactly what he's thinking.
Harder.
So, where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of
Interesting.
new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like,
I'm
you know,
so
how sometimes a
dumb.
person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time. It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I relate to that. I very much. I think part of like being socially adjusted is and not wanting to talk about yourself to people because you don't want to feel vulnerable or known is to keep getting people to talk about themselves. Is to deflect every single topic back at the person you're talking to. Okay. It's draining me. Keep going, keep talking. I'm getting it right! Okay. Okay, I haven't been honest. I can't figure out how to say the thing, or I thought it was going to be easy. Is it one? It's working. I haven't been honest. I'm alone. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh shit!
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Hello? Where am I? What is this? Hello? Ooh! Hello? Oh! Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Oh shit. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give for my work. To my work. Sorry. Shit. Man. Something changed. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me. Start it again. You're looking for a machine? Isn't far. Okay.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11.
Okay,
Put
guarded
yourself
by a
in my
difficult
shoes
puzzle.
playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety.
If you help me
depression,
solve it, we'll
even,
find the machine.
and yet still he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
He wants to, I don't know, be acknowledged. Let it out. I think he's making these games for himself, but he wishes he wasn't. I'll show
Because
it to you.
From my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated
Oh, it's this again!
he was in his own little
What?
bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet.
Yeah,
And
right?
so he didn't
Because he doesn't
have
feel like
anyone
they're good
outside of
enough to
himself
release on
connect
the
with.
internet.
He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Okay. Does it work? Oh! Hey, I recognize this! Okay, first, you have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. And then press the switch here. Yes.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness.
No,
It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of
It's
your
just you
anxieties are being
spiraling.
channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay. Uh-oh. Bridge? Oh? Oh, that's all of my selections from the game. Okay, here we are. Oh, I can hear someone crying. There's no machine here. Trust me, I'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay? Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, that feels wonderful, but it wasn't true. Did I choose the wrong every time? Sorry, I'm just choosing based off of what I would say. Keep saying that creation is easy. It's easy, it never stops being easy. Okay. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Right? Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. That's how I feel!
This is someone I really cared about.
Oh my god, I relate to that.
Get so much joy out
Oh
of
my
seeing
god.
him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
None of this is helping. I promise this will work. Please continue. It always pays off eventually. Yes, more. Keep
I
going.
don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything.
Wow.
I never felt so rotten.
Mm.
I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Wow. I will be saved by my work. It's crazy. I believe this. Unquestioningly, I am a vessel for certainty. Oh, it's the prison! Incredible, that's it. I'm free. I'm free. What the fuck?
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Oh! Hi. Glad to Ma'am, okay. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation wherever you like. I intend to be quiet. Very good. Someone called the pros. Okay. One more thing. It calls itself Coda. Oh! We're gonna go talk to him. Okay. Oh, this is the pros. Where's the machine? Where's the machine? No! No, baby! Bye-bye. Do you know where the poisonous games have come from? What are your next actions? When will we get answers? When will you be done with it? Will it be punished? Will it ever explain itself? Wow. Okay. That's Coda? Look, it's this
And of
3D
course,
VTuber
it's
model
the
reveal. Ew. Oh, the sound. He stopped. Your work was keeping us healthy. It's only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. I've been so alone. The other options are all like guilt tripping him. They are all about, what have you done? Go out and apologize. I can't do it. Apologize for leaving me. Oh. I have seen the thing you fear. I don't know what that means. Fine then, I'll apologize on your behalf. What? Uh-oh. Hello? Oh. My friends. Falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. We'll find a way to live without it. We don't need the games. Let's show it that we're not failures. We'll destroy everything the machine has created. The other option was we will destroy the machine. So... Okay. What? What? Oh. Oh. Oh, it's literally destroying the game. Either Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here, or Coda, I'll make sure you're known forever.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Oh?
And so,
oh, it's this game!
This,
it's every
I
single
that
game!
I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him?
Good friend. Good
You
friend.
could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings.
Good friend.
Would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
He has to talk to him about it though. Yippee!
The Vincent van Gogh of mini games.
It's an art. It really does feel that way. I definitely... Ooh!
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games.
Did he ask? Did he know?
It was just to give him some external reference point, but they
Sure, he
genuinely
talked
loved his
about
work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Uh-oh. Put down your weapon. Okay. Okay. Oh! I'm not controlling it right now. I can't move. We're refusing to put it down. Oh! I have to kill
Can you
Coda?!
see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it if I could give him this gift,
Oh my god, I can
maybe
keep
I
shooting.
could fix the problem.
Uh-oh.
When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
I wonder if Coda's been code for himself, like, this entire time. I don't know. I'm so...
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
No,
so
no,
out of
you're
nowhere,
right,
one day
Ranji.
I get an email.
It's
and
too
got a
descriptive
private link
in
to a
between.
new game of Coda's.
Wait, a private link?
This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Oh no.
So let's take a look.
Okay. The tower. Uh-oh. Okay.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything
Oh,
else, the
it's
tower
so...
just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Oh boy. Okay.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh. Oh! Oh!
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible.
What?
Every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really
That is
weird.
really miserable.
The game goes beyond
Okay.
not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all.
It's trying to shut you out
But
for
I do
trying
want
to
show you
dig
the rest of
deeper.
the levels. So
Ah.
when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's in the Stanley Parable style. Oh.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I
Interesting.
had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
Oh.
But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The
Okay.
only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
No. Okay, so
Like the
every
invisible maze,
puzzle
it's frustrating to me. 'Cause it's
it
the opposite
is
of
meant to
everything
be
else that
as
Coda has made.
unplayable as possible.
It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me except a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh, really? Okay. 1. What happens if I get it wrong? Oh, it just doesn't work. Okay. 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. You'd have to brute force this. This number would be so up my alley. This puzzle, I mean. It's only like 150,000 tries. Okay. Rap. Ooh. Rap?
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning
What?
that it's literally impossible to solve
Oh, this
So
is a
even if you somehow
huge
brute forced your
metaphor.
way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me. The idea of Coda
It's
cutting
the
himself off
complete
entirely,
opposite of
just
the
saying,
2-door
"That's it,
puzzle
that's
he's
the
been
end of the
adding this
conversation,"
entire
not
time.
giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
You can't fix him.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
No way he made this game in retaliation.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game?
Because
I
he
don't know why I
didn't...
would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it.
Like I'm assuming they weren't
I
in
feel like
contact
I
during this
failed.
time.
And I don't understand why.
I feel bad because we're speculating about him so much, and I assume this
I remember
is
it's
a
June
real person.
2011. I'm playing this for the very first time.
Wow.
And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
Oh,
I have
that's...
no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them...
Can I die?
I had been trying to,
can't.
though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Oh, the atmosphere here is... It's giving... And I don't know how to describe the vibe. It's like... It doesn't feel like depression. It feels like whatever is past depression. It's just dark. It's not.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him,
Despair,
that if I could
right?
somehow made his work my own, that I would
I don't think
finally
it's
be once and for
apathy.
all
I don't
happy.
think he's... It's not
It was that
at
I
that
needed
point.
to see myself
But
in someone
despair,
else.
I think, is a
needed
very
To
good
be
word.
someone other than
Resignation? Should I fucking hope not?
and left. And it felt somehow like I had
I really hope not. We're making our way up. It's
Where did
like,
I screw up?
it's like the major arcana card, the tower. Interesting. Hi, Madiba. Desolate is also very good. It would represent the architecture well. What?
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did.
You shared
I
the game.
poisoned it for you.
Oh, they actually didn't talk about it then. You know tarot cards? I only know like some of the main ones. I don't really know what they mean. I just think they're pretty to look at. Trust issues, betrayal, I think, is certainly a theme of what's going on here. Jesus, is this real? Did these game developers actually talk to each other like this? That's insane. Yeah, Renji, I agree with what you're saying there.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people,
Yippee!
it actually
So,
felt...
our sweet naive you, you've already detected this coder person probably doesn't exist.
It is him!
It's probably
It is
Davey
himself!
himself.
Oh,
We have no real evidence to think otherwise. First, there's too neat an arc to Coda's story, and second, several of the assets or ideas used in the games are a little too nice, like the voice acting in level 1, to
Oh
be
my
a
God.
game slapped together over a weekend. Also, if they stopped speaking, how does Davey know Coda stopped making games? It doesn't work logically.
I mean, he said for the stop making games, he said it's his own suspicion because he didn't hear from him again after this. But yeah, who knows? I think it could be either or. It's too. I would agree about the level of detail. But I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's cool. regardless, I'm hoping this isn't a real person in the end because this person is suffering a lot. So, I don't know, we'll see.
It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. That's a very... I feel very strongly about this and like everything to do with the arts. I think there's definitely people who are more involved in the arts for the sake of their own self-expression. And I do think that those people who are just themselves fully, you know, without any compromise, without any pandering, without really any feeling like they want to or have to appease others. Basically the opposite of an entertainer. And I think it's a real shame that those people don't get as much recognition for their art. You appreciate people being genuine? I personally do, because I wear so many masks. Let's see.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally.
What?
For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
What? You've so infected my...
What Davey is illustrating is that there are people who are like. That's why it's interesting.
Yippee! Thank you.
Hello, hi,
Hi,
you're in
Ron.
chat too tired
Hello.
after work to
Hi,
film this with
Jepsy.
funny words,
Hello.
so just remember to use code YO for 10% off your subs
Get some
orders and
rest,
keep being
right?
amazing, you yix blubbers.
Grrr, happy September. Get some rest. Thank you. You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? Oh, what?
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I
Would
just
you
had
simply
to be with
let them
myself.
be what
And
they
as
are?
soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
When I'm around you, I
does
feel
that mean?
physically ill. What? You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. That's true. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I see. Okay, I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. You're not my problem to solve, but he felt that he was his problem to solve.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Oh, you sound so vulnerable. I do hope that one day it clicks and you make peace with this thing you're wrestling. It's coming apart, the ground. And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. A room. There's no switch.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything.
What?
And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world,
No
and if I put
way.
my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you.
No,
that's
that's a bit. There's
sorry.
no way.
I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again?
Games aren't that deep.
Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt
I
okay
think
as
it's
long
okay.
as I had your work to see myself in.
I don't think this is
I mean,
possible.
is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm
He
an
needs
addict.
validation.
There has to be
He
something
needs
wrong with me.
validation.
Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me
it's
what you
narrowing.
want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is. That
I
you
think
just
it's
summoned
him.
out of
I think-
nothing.
I
You
don't
put in
know.
your
Something's
work. You
weird.
were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Okay. Yeah, right, Itch? Yeah. Between who he thinks he has to be and who he really is. Oh! Pretty. Yeah? Where'd he go? More.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
More.
It's like a disease.
Wow, right? Oh my god, welcome in. Oh, no jumpy. Which way do I go? Oh! Do you want more praise, dude? No, I think you guys have given me enough for a lifetime.
Solution.
Interesting. Wow!
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
I feel very... I feel very similar to the narrator in the way of like... Whenever it comes to things like this, like games, art, the like when
Even
someone
now,
tells
the
me...
disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Okay, well, I don't think it's necessarily for social validation, but whenever people show me their art and insist in any way. Well, not me necessarily, but when online people make like works of art in any medium, and they say that maybe they're like a small artist or a small creator, and they say, "Oh, I'm happy with what I have. I don't want more. Just for myself." Me personally, I fundamentally I have a very hard time like believing that. For me, like when someone says that on the internet, or I hear someone say it, my mind just immediately goes to like, well, that's a cope. That's more than likely a self-defense, because who wouldn't want something more out of it if they could have it? And I think for some people that is true, and for some people it's not. But I think the vast majority of people do want to be recognized, do want to be told that they're good and they do well. Holy shit, what is this? Yeah,
That my
kind
life
of
should have
similarly,
kind of
Tabe.
something to be driven by
Hi,
other
I'm
than
Vietnam.
validation. What would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't. For me, it's more like, wouldn't you want to be a full-time artist? Hi,
15 months
Thickums.
ra.
Hello. I just want people to get my name right. You feel? Kill me, dude! Kill me! Oh! Oh my god. Thickums, thank you very much for 15 months. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Hi! Hi! I'm honored, Thickums, for the first time you've come into the stream, not with an insult to me first. That means the most. I'm glad to see this character shift. Hi, King, welcome in. Also, IPN, I'm so sorry. Look, I'll get shot for you. Yippee!
I got you die.
You do. I hate you. uh. Thank you, Xavier. Let's keep going. Ah! Hi, Kento. Welcome in. Oh boy.
What now?
What now? Good night, Hayes. Take care.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna...
Oh.
Okay.
Bye-bye, I guess. For me, it's the other way around. The idea of doing something for external validation is bizarre. I believe you, because I've definitely met a lot of people too who are genuinely just like you. I think I think I've talked to a lot of people also, mostly through work, who have who truly don't do anything for external validation because they have lived so long truly without experiencing a smidge of validation or praise or like that type of well-meaning from anyone in their lives, anyone around them, for anything. And so it becomes removed from their vernacular entirely. And at the same time, that doesn't mean they don't want it. They just don't think about it anymore. Rap. Whole time! Oh! Okay. It's not about doing art for a living, it's about the art you make. And when you do it for a living, it's not always what you want to make. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I think I'm very lucky that I'm a streamer because I've like dabbled a lot in like graphic design and like I used to try to draw music and the like, and I don't think I could do any of that stuff for a living, especially not the visual stuff, because I can only work on like bursts of energy, if that makes sense. Oh, it's the beam! Holy shit! Yeah, I can only work on like those moments of self-inflicted passion, like, oh, suddenly I have this energy. I'm not gonna do it otherwise. It's the whisper engine. Let's die. Oh. Also, sorry, I totally missed that. Is this life? Is life the maze? Wow. Ah!
Unit's heart.
Hi, Lollipop. Hello. Thank you for 18 months. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Sura. Thank you for the gifted sub. Where are we going? What? Hello, daughter. Life is a maze and we're the rats looking for the big cheese. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. Hi, Smila. Welcome in. So pretty.
Turn back.
Yippee!
100% can relate. When I have that burst of creative energy,
You ride the
I
wave.
hold on to it as long as I can.
You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
Oh, it's so somber.
But the cave goes for miles.
Hi, Hector.
And miles
Clap.
and miles. And you're so tired.
Hi, Winter.
But I know that you're strong.
how we're never given a straight answer for whether Coda was ever real, or if any semblance of him was ever real. Interesting. I think it's the best that way too. I agree, Fire. It was not a cozy game. I don't think it was a cozy game for anyone who paid attention to the stream. But I think it was a very, very, very good game. I enjoyed it a lot. This game appeals very heavily to someone like me, I think. Thanks for the existential dread. I don't know, I personally feel like I came out of the game happier than I did. I think it's... I think it was for me. Yeah?
That got more real than I was expecting.
Right? I was expecting another, like, slightly more philosophical, more toned down version of the Stanley Parable. For me, it served its purpose. It made me feel like a lot of thoughts and feelings are shared between us and so many others. TLDR, don't be a game dev. Hi, Zento. Welcome in. Yeah, I feel... I feel like it's comforting to know that there really are a lot of people out there who've experienced the exact same feelings and thoughts that you have, who have also pushed them down somewhere really deep and not talked about them, not expressed themselves in any way. People who went through complicated emotions and isolated themselves. I think it's comforting knowing that there's really a lot of people who live and have lived that way. And I personally think it gets better. I really do. Yeah, you don't feel so alone. There's a lot of people like you. There are always people who regard other people as puzzles to be solved, machines to be fixed. They're never really thinking of the person in question. They're mostly thinking about how they'll feel when they pull it off. It's self-centered and one-directional when relationships are supposed to be bi-directional, give and take. I agree. Yeah, you're right. I think that's probably the central theme of this game. I'm not wired that way, I guess, so I didn't really pick that up. I definitely feel like I see people in the same way, but I think the reason that I like taking care of people is because I don't really have a strong sense of identity myself. You know? I think I just like taking care of the people I love. It gives me a sense of identity. It gives me a purpose. Even if there's like no end goal, and it's just like taking care of someone you're very close to, like their family for life. It is comforting, and it's basically a timeless human dilemma that's been around since when we could write. These stupid human brains. Higher intelligence is so grr. It's really good. I like this game a lot. Grr. Finding your purpose is so grr. What's the point of life? What's the point of everything? Yeah, like, what goals should we set? What's the aim? I heavily resonate with, like, if I don't feel productive, if I don't feel like I'm getting projects done, I don't feel like I deserve to live, basically. But because for me, like, I feel like everything comes down to that feeling of I lack identity, I don't have anything inside of myself. I have to fill myself up with things that will make life seem purposeful, with people that will make life seem purposeful. I don't like, it's like that not being able to live for yourself, so you live for the people who are depending on you and the people who are wanting the things that you can create. Yeah, it does hit close to home. I feel like this whole game was very, very, very relatable. Strong feelings attached to the output that you provide make it difficult for you to see reason and purpose outside of it. Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes output, like not being able to output, makes me want to die. But when I do output, it makes me so happy. Find purpose in what you feel makes your life worth living, but that's so hard. That's so hard. I've I've had a lot of opportunities. I think I've managed to have a lot of nice experiences. I'm just I I don't really feel any type of way about wanting things. I totally feel like my sense of self and my like will to live are lacking because I just don't want very much. I feel like I'm coping when I pretend like I have certain things that I want. If you ask me what I truly want, I don't know. I don't know. I really am just a little guy. It's fine to vibe. Some people don't want much, and that's okay. But that's fair. But I'm also depressed, and just vibing doesn't really do it for me either. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. I'm literally. I'm literally the narrator, but real. I'm trauma dumping. I need to stop. Yippee!
Do this off stream, but try self-authoring. It's a program to form a vision for what you really want out of life.
Oh.
It's a writing exercise.
Ew, rating, PU. I used to do a lot of that. PU. Thank you. I'll look into it. I'll look into the personality test you sent too. Maybe coping is part of suppressing your inner desires that are unattainable in your current life. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Raw, No, keep going. You obviously need an outlet. No, shut up. I'm fine. I'm okay. Don't worry. Bruh. Alright. I'll do the 5 personality test. Yeah, go for it. I would love to see what you guys have or what you guys got. Sorry. This game had such a great plot, right? Yeah, really good themes. Desperation and betrayal, both of them felt. I think it was a very, very good game. And the reviews were very, very good. What a good game. Okay. Are we good there for the evening? Shall we call it? Yippee!
I'm a teacher and recommended gratitude journaling and was told it sounded gay, so yeah, lol.
What? No, that's literally part of being mindful. It's focusing on what you have instead of what you want or what you don't have. What? They suck. They're dumb. Don't listen to them. Thank you, Mercs. Hi, Kaku. Thank you for 6 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Do you do that? I do. Oh, my belly. I think there's definitely times where I spiral, I get too in my own head, and I forget to really ground myself and realize things are not as bad as I'm perceiving them to be because I get irrational like that. But otherwise, I think I definitely... I'm always like, oh, if I basically have everything, you know, I don't need anything. Yada yada yada. It doesn't... But you know, when you think about being sad or being depressed and life circumstances, I think it's irresponsible to kind of pin someone's justification for depression on anything, because that's not really how any mental illness works. Okay, no more yapping. Really, really good game. I'm really glad we played it. Yeah, it's rationalizing at the end of the day. They teach you the core facet of your feelings in like cognitive behavioral therapy, and how, you know, your thoughts lead to your feelings and not the other way around. So the whole triangle is like your thoughts lead to feelings, lead to action. And I think the part that's really worth focusing on there is how you don't just feel things and then you think about them. You think about things in the way that you're used to, in your own mentality, and then you end up feeling a certain type of way about it. And sometimes those like neural pathways are dysfunctional and
To
the
some
like.
degree we are the sum of our mental and physical capabilities and how we feel using them. When you have it all that's left is to be preoccupied with what you enjoy for no reason at all with the time we have left.
Yeah. Yeah. Preoccupied with what you enjoy for no reason at all. I need a reason. I need a reason for everything. Not enough crouch sliding or no scoping, but it was a very nice game to self-reflect. I agree. I agree. Very good. Very good. Mm. Mm. Yes?
Yippee!
You also remember trauma in your mitochondria. Consult a doctor first, but water only fasts
Not
can
medical
help with that.
advice. Don't go following it, please. Thank you, nobody. Thank you very much. Okay. I think we will call it there for the day. I'm gonna go wipe out all of my existential thoughts by scarfing down food and then hopping on Call of Duty to cope so I can turn my brain off. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you. Thank you for going through this game with me. Something you said earlier, do you really have everything though? Because it sounds like you want a space of your own, but are just kind of coping because you can't really do anything about it right now. And once you have that, you'll find out there's a lot of stuff you've been suppressing. I don't want to think about that. I'm pushing that down. I'm shoving my whole fist down my esophagus. I am going past my lower esophageal sphincter. I am pushing it all down. I don't. Nope. Hi, Vernite. Welcome in. Hi, Bones. Thank you very much. Black. Right. I know you feel me. Psychoanalyzed by Chatwater Stream. You please stop talking immediately. Psychological dissection of you life. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for all of the follows. I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Probably Monkey. I want to play more Monkey. Bad introspective thoughts back into the bottle. I'm putting myself into a bubble. I'm thinking about how good I do have it, the things that I do have good. I have no excuse to be sad. I have a lot of things that other people would want and which would make them happy. So what's I shouldn't be sad. Hi, Skleenox. Welcome in. Okay. Monkey tomorrow. Most likely. Take care of yourselves. Thank you very much. Join the Discord server. I'm glad today's game was
Damn, missed
well
the
liked.
stream.
No, we'll be back tomorrow. Mavina, thank you for 2 months. Thank you very much. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. Be good. Love you. Mwah. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye-bye.